Scene that played out 18 years ago right here on KTAB. Law enforcement and media rushing to the Southside Walmart around 4 in the afternoon. They were responding to the kidnapping of a 1-month-old baby girl, Crystal Nancy Chavez. These are the moments that captured the attention of the nation and ended in the first successful Amber Alert in Texas.
A 1-month-old baby at about 4:20 this afternoon was abducted. The suspect taking her baby that was in the carrier out of the van, jumping into a car and taking off.
This lady, I heard her yelling. She was saying, "Oh, my baby, my baby."
Nancy Chavez, of course, was abducted in broad daylight in a crowded parking lot, giving parents a feeling that no place is actually safe anymore.
KTAB's Victor Sotelo and Jessica Rank reliving the events of that day for tonight's top story, and for the first time reconnecting Nancy and her mother with the detectives who worked the case. Victor and Jessica join us live from the South Abilene Walmart. And before we get to Jessica, let's talk with Victor, who is beginning our team coverage tonight. Victor, you were the first reporter on the scene and covered the story for KTAB 14 years ago.
That's right. About 18 years ago at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in this parking lot. So you can imagine it was full. There were people everywhere. That's why it was so surprising to hear that a woman, a total stranger, drove up and took a baby and drove away. When we got here to the site of a minivan. The minivan that mom was in, it was taped off in crime scene tape near one of the basket returns there. And we were on the air trying to give out as much information as we could about that driver who kidnapped 1-month-old Nancy Chavez from her mother as mom was putting her basket back at one of those basket returns. It was a mother's worst nightmare that played out over a 24-hour period and had all the elements to capture the attention of the nation.
I just yell, "Don't take my baby, that's my baby."
A baby girl taken by a total stranger in broad daylight in front of witnesses and captured on Walmart surveillance video.
I want this for this person to return my child.
And on top of all that, there were several heroes in this story, including mom herself.
The mother grabbed the car to try to stop it and was dragged a short distance across the parking lot.
I don't remember faces. I just remember people saying, "Oh, you have to go to the hospital."
How are you? You're all grown up?
Nancy is now a student at Abilene High School who obviously doesn't remember a thing about that day. Her mother, Margarita, on the other hand,
It's impossible not to think about it.
can't forget.
I didn't know if I was going to see her again.
We brought Nancy and her mother back to the same parking lot where they described what happened.
First thing I did, put the baby carriage inside the car.
She said she had her other daughter with her, who was also in the minivan after doing some shopping. But when she went to take the basket back to the basket return,
When I turned around, I saw the lady taking Nancy out of the car.
it was Paula Lynn Roach, a complete stranger to the family.
I ran like in front of my vehicle, and then I told her, "That's my baby, give me my baby," but hanging on the window.
And dragged her across the parking lot.
I was looking at her right in front of me.
We didn't know this 18 years ago, but Margarita had been watching TV the night before,
I heard that you should take something from the kidnapper.
trying to get at least some kind of evidence.
I tried to pull her hair, and I fell from her car.
How long was Nancy gone?
Like 26 hours.
Crystal Nancy Chavez, as she sits and watches the old footage from that day, says her mom and dad never did talk to her much about the case.
It almost felt like I wasn't even watching myself.
And only some of her friends know. But because of the success of the Amber Alert, the first one in the state,
This is Dina, the lady that called the sheriff there in Tijuana.
Nancy and her family have lots to be thankful for.
I'm thankful that she is with me.
And lots of memories to look back on. and we did reach out to Paula Lynn Roach, and we got in touch with her. She still does live in the viewing area. However, she did decline to be part of this story. Reporting from the Southside Walmart in South Abilene, I'm Victor Sotelo. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Victor. Now, 18 years later, Nancy, her mother, and the detectives on the case all meeting up for the first time since baby Nancy was returned. Jessica, what did they have to say?
Yeah, thanks, Bob. We talked to two former detectives, Thomas Valdez, who now works with the ACU Police Department, and Lynn Beard, who now manages Abilene Arrow. Both say that they live different lives now, but they'll never forget that moment. Their pagers started going off moments after Paula Lynn Roach drove away across this parking lot with baby Nancy, and Nancy's mom was left right here on the floor, and all she could do was watch and wait for her baby to return home. Now, even though all four of these still live in Abilene, they haven't seen each other since that day that Nancy was brought home. Of course, that was until we brought them together. Today, Thomas Valdez spends most of his time walking the campus of ACU, sporting an Abilene Christian logo on his police badge. But if we go back 18 years,
back then I was a detective.
The letters on his sleeve will look a little different. And some of his most memorable steps were right here outside of what was formerly the LEC. But in order to get the full picture, we're going to have to take you back.
KTAB News at 6 continues.
And we've been dealing with breaking news throughout the newscast. A baby abducted from the Walmart Supercenter parking lot around 4:30 this afternoon.
Police say that she was pulled out of a shopping cart here in the parking lot. The suspect taking her baby that was in the carrier out of the van, jumping into a car and taking off.
Of course, everybody's pager started going off.
Lynn Beard, who now manages Abilene Arrow, was still a new detective at the time with APD, finding himself in his first major case as the search for Nancy Chavez began.
The entire criminal investigation division was activated and everybody was given different assignments.
And for Valdez, the first on his list was coming face to face with the parents.
I was going to interview them and try to get as much information as we could.
Meanwhile, Beard on the search for the vehicle that took Nancy away.
It was literally a bunch of us going door to door to door to door, knocking on doors, ruling, scratching cars off the list. This isn't the right one, this isn't the right one, this isn't the right one. Every single person around that case, whether it was our citizens or the media or the police department, everybody was working together.
Because in the case of a missing infant,
the clock's ticking.
And it wasn't but a couple doors away from finding the driver's house when the team had a break in the case.
Another police agency had called in to say that they had a woman and a man stopped and they had an infant with them.
And this was in Juana, Texas, which is just about 2 hours away from the key city.
Once we communicated with the sheriff and made the determination that was baby Nancy, we made our way to Juana.
Which brings us back to this moment.
To see how glad she was to have her baby back in her arms. It was a good feeling.
And today, the three coming face to face for the first time in 18 years.
She was sitting here on my right side. She was a good little baby, didn't cry the whole time. She was just there and held on to my little pinky the whole time with her left hand, real nice and tight, and that was really, really good feeling.
And although today these three lead different lives than they once did,
it wasn't very long ago that my wife and I were talking about this and wondered, I wonder how she is.
They will always remain connected by this memory that shook the city 18 years ago. And Nancy is just about a week away from starting her senior year at Abilene High School, something she may not have been able to do without the help of these two detectives and so many others that covered this case. But that's it for now. Reporting from the Southside Walmart with coverage you can count on. Jessica Rank, KTAB News.
All right, Jessica, thank you, and Victor. All the archive footage from our coverage in 2002 can be found on the KTAB website, bigcountryhomepage.com.